My incident is ZertoN. Opening with the barracks like we expected. Gonna see that Menodon rush. The gold is in an okay spot. Not great, not terrible. So this is going to be quite interesting to see what the reaction of ZertoN is going to be.
Yeah, honestly, the gold is almost a straight line where there's no like circle around that has to happen for the men-at-arms, and even worse for SortOf is the location of stone next to it. Normally you want the stone and gold as close as possible, but not when you're facing a men-at-arms rush. You want your golds to be spread out, you want your stones to be spread out from the gold, that way you can potentially still get there. But stone and gold easily going to be able to be denied, as well as a secondary gold and even potentially the other one. And opposite side gold will take forever to get to, so there's not going to be any sort of ability to deny that. It's most likely going to be age up. You delay your eco upgrades as fresh foodstuffs and wheelbarrow. You drop an archery range. One single camel archer is going to be enough to push out the men-at-arms, and then you reclaim your gold and get what you need to get.
Yeah, that's the main issue that we have, but it's also quite good the position right now. Because one tower just protects all of these resources. He has all his gold, all his stone, and 2 berries basically on the same spot on the map. So if he manages to secure this position, he is very, very set for all feudal and maybe even early castle.
Yep, Men-at-Arms doesn't do too much damage in the Dark Age, just 8, so good job, just going to be able to run on away. Outpost does finish up. ZertoN gonna escape, make sure that Men-at-Arms doesn't take any return damage. I'm about to pause this for a second. But what he can do, and this is the problem with the Outpost, I get the location for it, which is, you know, trying to get the stone and the gold, but all you have to do is make it these fake out over and over again, and now pull right back and take no damage. Well, he didn't pull back. But if you're able to have the APM for it, all you do is just act like you're diving in over and over again. Villagers go idle. Act like you're diving in, villagers go idle, pull right back. And just like, yeah, you might take some extra damage, but you're just, I haven't seen gold get taken whatsoever. Not even able to get enough for an age up at this point in time.
Yeah, but it's not like he has the food ready yet because of that early outpost. So he's not in a terrible position, and those are 2 men-at-arms that got committed into this early aggression. And he's not gonna be able to deny this goal for much longer. He just needs 4 more and able to get the age up, and that's the bare minimum that you need, because then you just can get an archer range or a stable once you reach feudal.
Yeah, but I will say 4 vills, 3 vills idled for this long a time. I think these men-at-arms have already paid off for themselves. It's one of these that's like, again, with the tower location, it's not an easy jump in and out. He's just going to continually being able to idle this. He even has a villager that he just thought, all right, I have to just throw this in here and just do the best I can.
Yeah, absolutely. These men-at-arms cause more disruption than they should have. This tower should have been pretty much next to the gold, and he would have been completely fine, but I tried to go with the more conservative tower to cover both stone and gold. But in the end, it's working out. He has his day job. He's gonna have enough for fresh food stuff and wheelbarrow eventually. Just a little bit delay. While on the other hand, the English is still quite delayed. He's forced to age up with 5 workers, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, at this point in time, though, there's been a worker sitting in the outpost for an extended period of time, for like 1 minute and 25 seconds, which is just hilarious to think about. SortOf, though, able to grab enough gold for his fresh foodstuffs right as he finishes, and he looks like he's wanting to go ahead and get a delayed wheelbarrow tech after that, because, you know, still grabbing up some more gold. However, longbows will be able to be masked up if chosen. However, 5 villagers on gold is a lot for the English. Don't know if that's for maybe a quick wheelbarrow after that, or if they're going to be shift queued to go somewhere else.
There's shift queue to go to food after, and a couple to gold. Okay. So we'll see. I'm assuming he's expecting to go into a long feudal. Yeah, only 3 on gold. He's going to get upgrades, and go heavy into feudal. Not even going for a secondary TC, just feudal aggression from the get-go. A couple of spearmen, a couple of longbows, so sort of is going to be forced to make a stable and an archery range.
And look at these men-at-arms now, going right back to the stone. What are they doing? Idling more vills. These have done such a good job of just slowly causing eco-annoyance, slowly causing delay and delay and delay of these build orders. Villager has to go back off of the stone. Archery range forced out, where in reality, he could have either delayed this outpost, gone for the quicker age up, then archery range and still gotten his stuff, or just gone with, you know, securing up the safety more and then pushed away the men-at-arms and secured everything up. First two longbows are on the way. Spearmen are already with it as well, and they're going to be able to start poking and prodding these gold vills and fully deny gold again.
Yeah, this is going to get really scary for sort of really quick. Because those longbows plus the villager goes down.
Dramatic scream.
Those longbows plus those spearmen are really difficult to deal with when you have this low production and this low economy. You need two archery rangers and a stable to be able to deal with everything the English can produce. But at the same time, we don't see the English producing anything else.
Oh no, 14 vills though, being slowed down, being idled for just a second, having to build up another lumber camp means less archers coming out. He had to cancel the second range, which means he is at less archer production than the English on the other side. But it looks like ZertoN just only invested a little bit into it. He's transitioning over to farms and getting more of a steady food production here. Scout doing a good job, making sure to circle, getting the vision over the wood line, and again, denies those villagers who go around, don't know where to go to gather wood safely, because his second wood line was right over where the other military already is.
Yeah, sort of, in order to be able to deal with, he needs like 6 archers and 3 horsemen. He has the horsemen, but he needs way more archers.
And the problem when he's massing up archers means that's more wood production, and he's clearly trying to get a second TC down as well. So this is kind of a good job by ZertoN. Men-at-arms rush is delayed quite a bit and forcing Abbasid not to play the typical Abbasid game.
Oh yeah, and behind this, ZertoN is looking to go into castle. He has 6 villagers on gold and a bunch of food, and not that, and still a good amount of wood in order to get more of those farms going. But he is looking to go into castle in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, sort of. He scouts this out. He realizes that same exact thing. Looks like he has stopped production. He's a little bit heavier on the gold, so he might drop this second TC and just go for an immediate castle age click up after that.
A quick castle Abbasid, something that I don't expect to see until the next patch. But it is possible.
Ooh,
No,
6
he's
villagers moved off, going to the wood line. Still has 1 villager on the stone and hasn't pulled off any vill. As I say that, 5 vills pulled off of wood and go to food.
Yeah, at this point, I think the best thing that sort of can do is go directly into another TC, because he knows the English is about to get a second TC with his age up. But, and with that, their eco count is not going to be that different, and he really needs to start building up that eco advantage slowly. Because the advantage of English is they have cheap farms and they're fairly safe under their TC. Yeah. Something you don't have the luxury of as Abbasid.
Yeah, it looks like ZertoN decided to produce up a little more than we expected. Didn't full idle production, so didn't go immediately for that castle age, and deciding to put down some pressure, which can full deny this gold, can go up and deny that wood line again, and there is not enough of a military mass here. Villager taken down over the wood line, so another vill kill going down. Second TC has been finished though.
Second TC has been finished, and he's shifting his gold all the way into the southern gold, which is a lot safer. And in the meantime, he uses his military just to zone out ZertoN.
Yeah, really
Curious,
good job.
ZertoN is start.
Go ahead.
Sir? ZertoN is starting to build up even more gold. He's all the way to 9 villagers on gold. I don't think this is the correct choice, unless he's starting to save up for a bunch of explosive knights, but he doesn't have the wood for that. So I'm not quite sure what his plan is right now.
I think he hasn't gotten wheelbarrow yet. He hasn't gotten some of the eco upgrades. So the key, you can kind of float a little extra gold because you can get the eco upgrades as you're aging up and you're not spending the food on it, because it is a lot of the eco upgrades are going to be gold and wood. So wheelbarrow he can go ahead and grab, specialized pick if he wants it as well. But Clash takes down the scout, ZertoN does, so denies any of the vision coming out from his side. And Vill count, SortOf's only up 1, whereas ZertoN's about to be able to drop Castle Age, match up the TCs. SortOf not too far behind on the castle. Like I said, I think he was going to drop that secondary TC and get ready to try to go up and click up quicker.
Yeah, he's definitely going to click up within the next minute. But again, the eco count just not going to be great for SortOf. He's going to be competing against English farms on castle, which they get plus 25% guided range.
And it's not going to be wheelbarrow. It looks like it's just going to be planning on getting most likely actual men-at-arms, veteran longbows as well, and just transitioning into the castle age units a little quicker, because those upgrades are pretty expensive.
Indeed they are. Let's see what his plan is. He has a good chunk military, 10 men-at-arms, 11 longbows. That's gonna do fairly well against an Abbasid that's gonna have a delayed age up. But still, SortOf has 3 production buildings. He's gonna be fine in the early stages of the English castle. As long with these walls coming down, that's going to take a long time for ZertoN to get through. Enough time for him to be able to get his castle and the upgrades he so needs.
Look at this though. The scout right in front of the palisade gate is going to allow ZertoN to get a few Vill picks over that wall. There it is. One. Maybe not. He didn't group them all up together and just split fire a little bit, but denied that wood. Looks like he's pushing those Vills all the way to the backside and going to burn down that wall quite quickly with 10 men-at-arms. Palisade gate is melting like butter.
Absolutely. The entire palisade goes down and he's starting to go in, but there is no eco right here. All the heat, he has shifted all his eco to the backside. All he needs to do is wait for this age to come online and start producing crossbows and lancers. And he has the economy and the resources to do so.
Yeah, it's just going to take quite a bit, and villagers getting idled out on the secondary TC. 1 gets taken down, 2 gets taken down. Gonna keep pushing through with this military mass, as again it takes a little bit to mass up those lancers, to mass up those crossbows. Even if crossbows pop out, they're immediately gonna get sniped down by longbows that are even better units against those. Taking down all the archers that he possibly can, as well as getting some villager picks. Horseman raids have been ineffective, and those men-at-arms are so tanky as they have a castle upgrade.
Yeah, they have pretty sure they have ironclad at this point too, and this is just way too much military for SortOf to deal with into his base. He's gonna have a ton of idle.
And look at the back gold. The longbows are just sitting on top of it. No reaction from SortOf yet, and it's just Vill after Vill after Vill. Not only that, West Side Barry's had a men-at-arms. ZertoN is taking this timing attack, and it's over. ZertoN takes the dub. The English men-at-arms rush proved to be a little too fatal. It delayed a little too much, and ZertoN just kept his military mass way too heavy and kind of did a good back and forth. Got a